Okay, this is the next part of question 5.4. They asked us to prove this identity here. The cosine of x plus y times the cosine of x minus y is 1 minus sine squared x minus sine squared y. But they say hence, which means I've got to use this to determine the value of 1 minus sine squared 45 degrees minus sine squared 45 degrees. Okay, so I'm looking at this thing here, and this part here, I can use this part here and put x and y as being 45 degrees. So 45 plus 45 is 90, 45 minus 45 is 0. And now they said without a calculator, the cosine of 90 degrees is 0. The cosine of 0 is 1. Sometimes you got to show, like, how did you know that? So I drew a little cos wave, and I know that it takes 360 degrees to go through a complete wave. I know after 90 degrees, it goes down to 0. And at 0 degrees, it's 1. So I'm showing without a calculator, I know it's 0 and 1. 0 times 1 is 0. Okay, well, that's that one. Now, the next question. 5.5.1. We're supposed to rewrite this as a single expression. Now, I put the stuff you have on your formula sheet here. You can use this stuff here. Now, a lot of times, it's a question, a lot of this simplifying thing, you're factoring and canceling and doing. Look for something that's the same in both. I see 8 sine x cos x. 8 goes into 16, and there's a sine x and a cos x here. So factor it out. 8 sine x cos x times 2 gives me the 16, times cos squared gives me the x, times 1 gives me this part. Holy cow, the 2 cos squared minus 1, I'm looking at it. It equals the cosine of the double angle. So there it is, cos 2x. That makes me feel good. I must be getting close to the answer. Now this sine x cos x, sine angle, cos angle, if I had a 2 in front of there, I could write that down as just a double angle. Sine double angle. So what I do is I go 8 is 4 times 2. Now this 2 sine x cos x, 2 sine angle cos angle, it's just sine 2x. Wow, well that's pretty good. Now I've got sine 2x and cos 2x. If I could put a 2 in front of that, I could play the same game again. So 4 is really 2 times 2. Now what is this? The sine of this angle and this angle is just equal. 2 times the sine of any two angles is just the sine of twice that angle. It must, this 2 sine 2x cos 2x is the sine of 4x. And that's it. So it's 2 sine 4x, one single expression. And this is just a sine wave. It's just a sine wave. It starts at 0, goes up to 2 because there's the amplitude, down to minus 2. It goes up to 2 and down to minus 2. I'm going to see if I can grab this thing down here and bring it up so you can see it a little bit better. Ooh. Yeah, it goes up to 2 and down to minus 2. And I know the period is 360 divided by 4. It takes 90 degrees to go through a complete cycle, up to 2, down to 0, down to minus 2, and back to 0. Which value will it be minimum? Well, there it is, the smallest place it can be, minus 2. Well, it's 0, 22.5, 45. That's the step, 22.5 degrees. It must be 67.5 degrees. That's the value that will make the expression minimum. And if you just know how sine graphs work and just think about it like that, then it's not too hard. If you know that about how that 4 affects the period, and you can just sort of figure it out. So hopefully that helps.